The difference between a homeless man who went broke gambling and a hyper successful entrepreneur is very thin. It's a very thin line, right? I remember I was eating breakfast the other day with a good friend of mine, and a homeless man approached, and he said something to me. He was like, God, I fucking hate these guys, right? Like always coming up, always, disturbing us, whatever. And I told him, I said, the difference between where we are now and that homeless man is not very far. It's only a few bad decisions away when you really think about it, right? Like to go from here in a nice ass crib in Miami, right? Water view, diamond watch, whatever. I got, what is this? $2,000 pair of red bottom Louis Vuitton shoes here. To a homeless man is really only one or two bad decisions, right? And that's the whole game, right? That is how the game of capitalism is designed. You can choose to either play the game or opt out of the game. And I credit most of my success so far, although very limited. I'm just getting started in the game. I'm not as rich as some other motherfuckers that you guys probably see on YouTube. I admit that. I still have a long way to go, but all the minor success that I have found so far, I attribute mainly to that gambler's mentality. Putting it all on the line, putting myself in uncomfortable positions, taking massive bets. If I didn't take massive bets, then I wouldn't fucking be here right now. If I didn't take massive bets, I'd be like 99% of the population. I'd be coming out of college. Maybe I'd have a job right now if I'm lucky. I'd be tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I'd be doing something I hate. So you guys tell me what's worse. Going the standard path, right? Doing what everyone else is doing. Kind of living in fear. Don't want to take risks. I just want to live a normal, peaceful life. I don't want conflict. I want someone else telling me what to do. I don't want to have to take responsibilities for myself. I don't want to start my own business. I don't want to make money independently. I just want to live a normal life, right? What's worse, that or someone who's failed over and over and over and over again? But at the end of the day, on his deathbed, he knows that he gave it his all. He experienced the highest of the highs and the lowest of lows in his life. Even though he failed, he never truly succeeded. Whereas the first person who chose that normal route, who chose not to put his back against the wall, who chose to make all of these safe, right decisions, that same person is gonna be on his deathbed, and there's gonna be a thought in the back of his mind thinking, what if? What if I took the bet on myself? What if I made it out? That thought is going to haunt him at the end of his life, and that is going to be a regretful man. He is going to have regrets. Whereas the other guy, even though he failed, at least he knows, he has that satisfaction of knowing that he gave it his very all. And here's the best part about all this, is the guy who tried his very fucking best throughout his entire life wouldn't fail, because that's not how the universe operates. When you put energy in, you get energy out, okay? Basic laws of the universe. Laws of the universe fucking 101, okay? Energy in equals energy out. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. If I go to the gym, right, and I'm benching more and more every single time I'm at the gym, as a byproduct of that, I'm going to grow bigger muscles. I'm going to grow, right? I'm gonna get stronger, I'm gonna look better, I'm gonna feel better, I'm gonna have muscles popping out in places I didn't even know fucking existed because I'm putting energy in. Success, whatever that means to you, and financial success, is the same way, right? If you are putting your all in, if you are taking massive bets, all it takes is one big win. I forget who said this, but I heard this quote and it's so true. The game of entrepreneurship, the game of capitalism is like winning the lottery. You need to win the lottery to win the game of capitalism. But here's the caveat. You have an unlimited amount of lottery tickets. So all you have to do is continue scratching off the lottery tickets. Eventually something will hit. It is only a matter of time. It is not possible to continuously put in energy, put in effort for years and years on end and not see success. I've never seen that happen from firsthand experience with other people I know. Everyone that I have watched put in effort, and I mean real effort, every single day, not doom scrolling, locked in, making content, learning how to trade, starting their business, reaching out to other business owners to sell them their product or service, whatever it is, right? Those people never end up failing because they never take no for an answer, and eventually something cracks in the system. Eventually they get their first big win. Eventually they win the lottery, okay? This is my outlook on life. I don't expect all of you guys watching this to agree with me. There's nothing wrong with taking the normal route, right? Not taking big risks, not having that gambler's mindset, okay with living a basic life, but it's not for everyone. I think a lot of people have been brainwashed into thinking that failing is inherently a bad thing. Again, it's all on your definition of what a failure is, because that man who tried his whole entire life to beat the game of capitalism, who tried his very fucking best, if on your deathbed you have peace of mind, you have full satisfaction, you have full knowing that you did everything you could have done, there's not one thing you could have done better, and you gave it your all, can you even constitute that as a failure? even if he didn't win the game of capitalism, even if he didn't make tens of millions of dollars, can you still call that person a failure? Because at the end of the day, this is just a game, right? That's why people say the game of capitalism. It's just a game at the end of the day. Nothing is to be taken too serious. I know where I'm going after this life. I'm going to my Lord and Savior Jesus. So whatever happens on this materialistic 3D world, obviously it's important. I want to be the best version of myself. It's all a rigged game. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that much. But again, those are your two options. Are you gonna play the game? Are you gonna take those massive bets? And eventually, my belief is that one of those bets will pay off, or are you going to choose the normal route, living that quiet, peaceful life, right? Which is it for you? Because I've already made up my mind on the lifestyle that I want to live. I'm okay with going all in on things because if I lose it, it's just money. I can make it back. But when I'm on my deathbed, I can't go back in time and change my actions. So every single day, not only am I living for myself now, but I am living for my future self who is on his deathbed, who is looking back at me currently and proud of the decisions that I made as a young man in his 20s. This is just my outlook on life. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not the optimal way to live. You're going to be stressed. I'm redlining cortisol on a daily basis. If you guys are in a similar position, make sure to give this channel a subscribe. Like this video if you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna be dropping some more videos like this in the future. Hopefully you guys found some value or insight as always, and I'll see you guys next video.